What's going on, guys? It's your boy Business Guy and back here with another video. Today we are going to be doing something a little different. So I have here the new Majesty Lord Blaster special deck set, and it's a little bit different for a card game product. So I've already looked through it. I have what's inside the box right over here, and every box comes with the exact same thing, and it's essentially a pre-constructed competitive or semi-competitive deck for Majesty Lord Blaster. These go for about $70, maybe a little more depending on where you are. And yeah, it comes with this sick deck box. Show this off real quick. Very high quality. I was very impressed and surprised by how much came in this set, and it's super nice. You get side sleeves right here. Ooh. Majesty Lord Blaster sleeves, right? And then you get the deck. Now every deck comes with the same cards. You get the SVR Majesty Lord Blaster and 3 foils. Then you get 1 foil for everything else. So Blaster Blade, Blaster Dark, Star Call Trumpeter, Trumpeter, Wingle Brave, When Light and Darkness Intersect, and then you get some of the rest of the deck, rest of the Blaster Blades, rest of the Blaster Darks, rest of the Trumpeters, rest of the Braves. Go. And what sort of separates this Barkle, your triggers, you get your perfect guard draws, you get everything you need to sort of jump in and sort of escalate from a regular trial deck into having something that you can actually play with in a semi-competitive way. And I really like that. I think that is a brilliant idea to get casuals or beginners to take that next step into trying the game in a more complicated and competitive scene without emptying out their wallets, because you got to think normally a competitive deck costs at least like $100, and those aren't even like the meta decks. That's just something that can get you through a locals tournament or something like that. Whereas with this, not only do you get a sick deck box, 6 sleeves, you get a semi-competitive deck that can actually compete a little bit, and you don't have to go through a ton of effort in upgrading it, which is very nice. And then even above that, the value in this set is there. You think if you go on TCG, you're gonna get your value just in singles for the cost of the box. This goes for about 25 to 30 just for the SVR. These have dropped a little bit since it's released, but $5 or $6 for these, $5 for Blaster Blade, $10 for Blaster Dark. You're getting quality in the foils that, again, you don't need foils to play. You could just do this with commons if you wanted to. But you get a quality deck box, quality sleeves, quality deck to play with, all for $70. That is really awesome. And I hope that other companies, and clearly Bushiroad's doing it, but Konami could take this in with Yu-Gi-Oh and sort of release products slightly more expensive than a starter deck or a trial deck or a structure deck, because I think people would be willing to pay a higher price tag to get into the competitive scene and not have to go through foils and hunting down cards and all the effort it takes to make a competitive deck in today's game. And this really impressed me. I really enjoyed going through it. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it was going to be quite as good as it is, which is always a good thing when you go into it and you're spending $70 on a deck and you're like, really, is this going to be worth it? That's a lot of money just for a deck of cards that usually go for about $20 for a trial deck. How is this any different from that? Well, it is a lot different. You're not getting a trial deck that's vanilla that you're not really going to be able to go up against someone and with a meta deck or a competitive deck and play against them. With this, you actually have a chance at doing something, and I really like that. One small concern, and I don't even know if I would call this a concern, because it happens with every product. When you buy cards, they depreciate over time as the meta game shifts. So I would be slightly worried. Right now, this is a steal. I would highly recommend going out and picking this up, whether you're a beginner or you've been playing for a while, just because it'll give you another deck in your arsenal to play with for a very low cost. You get an awesome deck box, you get awesome sleeves, there's really no negatives to it. However, I'm not sure if the lasting value in this set is going to even match that of like a recent booster. The reason I say that is obviously this is $70 and it comes with everything in it, but as soon as this deck phases out of the meta and power creep sort of catches up to it, I could see these cards being a lot cheaper, especially because they're always guaranteed to come in this deck. There's nothing particularly rare. I mean, the SVR is going for a lot because right now the only way to get it is through this $70 deck and you only get one per. So, you know, for rarity people, you have to get 4 of these $70 decks in order to get a playset of the SVR, which is a lot. But with time, if this, if these cards ever stop seeing play or aren't as, commonplace as they are right now, I could see sort of the value slipping and then it not being worth what it is. But that happens with every set. I mean, that's how card games work. New sets come out, they have to be better than the old set, and then the old sets lose value. But other than that, I think this is a really, really cool, competitive deck introduction into the game. And hopefully we see more of them in the future. I mean, I was talking with my friends, maybe like one of these every year would be really healthy, and it would give the people who don't want to play, in that awkward in between. You don't want to play competitive and invest a ton of money into this game, but you also don't want to play super vanilla and not be able to compete, and you want to go and have fun at tournaments and do that sort of stuff. This really is targeted towards that group of people. And, it helps the casuals and it helps the, competitive players. They have more people to play against and more cards out there. So 2 thumbs up on this one. Let me know what you think about this set down below. Are you planning on picking it up? Have you already picked it up? And thanks again for coming by. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.